What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your friends play Crash Bash Part 17. We are here in the 5th warp room, and we will try and get as many Sapphire Relics here as well. These are going to be some of the hardest events to do because all of the dash games are going to be difficult. The Medieval Mayhem games are unpredictable, while Ringing was somewhat easy. I won't say it was completely easy, but it was somewhat. Excuse me a moment. I'm sorry about that. That's how it usually goes with me. I don't usually have to sneeze until it's at the worst time for me. But all the dash games are difficult. This was my last Sapphire Relic I had to get a few years ago when I was trying to beat the game for the first time, and really the only time, getting every single collectible you could get. This was the final Sapphire Relic that I had to get, or I guess this was the final relic that I had to get in general. But and so while I like it today, I know it still can be difficult. So I'm not really optimistic that it will be easy, but I am hoping it will be. Anyway, just because the way the things are set up on the outside of the or on the inside, the way that one tends to be on the inside, and the way that the bar usually stops or can catch people, or or the AI characters, even the Sapphire Relic difficulty AI characters will still be caught out by it. Ah, crap. And I guess I can be too. That stinks. That really hurt. Wow. Yeah, I probably won't get this one. But Swamp Fox will be difficult. Definitely. I mean, that's going to be by far one of the hardest relics to get here. Mallet Mash maybe. Keg Kaboom will probably be. Dante's Dash definitely. Drag and Drop, I'm not 100% sure. I've gotten better at the game over the years, and so I'm not 100% sure how that one will go. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but you never know. But anyway, so just do what we kind of did in the first round. But, wow, how in the world did Dingo already get out ahead of me? That's odd. You do have to be careful about that. Sometimes the AI characters will just get ahead of you, and you won't even notice. Like you will pay attention to one or two characters that seem to be really doing well, and then some other character will get out ahead of you, and then you'll just all of a sudden end up losing when you thought you was clearly doing better than everyone else. So you do have to be careful and pay attention to that. Because this is going to take me so long. Because this warp room is going to take me so long, I may not try the 5 to 6 rounds. It really also depends on how many rounds I win and lose per event. Like if I am losing, or if I keep winning one round and then lose immediately, I may only do that 3 times. Like if I win 2 rounds but then lose one, I may only try the event. I may try it twice if I can do that in a row. It really just depends. We'll just see. I'll just go with the circumstances. If they fall into place for me to do under those circumstances, then I will do what I just mentioned. But you never know. This may be the one warp room where I get all of the Sapphire Relics. I doubt it, but it would definitely be nice. Like say here, if I lose this, I'm gonna go ahead and quit. I've already, I've done enough. To be honest, I already have the gold relic, so I'm happy with that. As long as I don't just fail flat out, that's about the only condition in which I will not that I will not be happy with quitting. And that was odd, me getting bogged down at the start there. I was kind of getting pressed up against the wall by all the other bigger characters, and maybe that's an advantage of being one of the bigger characters. Now, Rollaroo being out like that is definitely hurting. This is probably where I'll end up losing, but this is how it happens. Usually, you know, you do so well, and then just all of a sudden, you lose it. You know, it was so easy every other round, but then this one round was just the round that I lost, and I don't know. I don't understand how it happens, but you know, you keep doing that over and over, and it just wears on you over time. And for this to be the first event, I don't want to keep trying at it, just keep getting frustrated at it, because I've got a long way to go. And so I don't want to waste too much time with it and try to get too frustrated. Like I said, I'll try twice. If I can win 2 rounds, then lose, win 2 rounds and lose, I'll try that twice. If I win 1 round, I'll give it 3. But if I don't win any rounds, I will probably give it 3 to 4 attempts. You know, it depends on how easy the event is. Now, this is where they are going to charge at you a lot more than they will each other. And really what you can do to help yourself out is if you can just sit in the back and wait for the jewels to come to you instead of going after the jewels yourself. And you know, because they will eventually come near you. Or you can also just charge at them as well, try to keep them from scoring points, try to get off at least 2 to 3, you know, try to get up to 15 points, and then just wait for the blue jewel to appear. They will go for the higher value scores, and they won't just be content with 1s and 2s like all the other events. I mean, even the gold relic was like that. So you have to pay attention always. You know, if especially like in this case with Cortex, he's a lot higher. Come on, he's a lot. Let me try to remember what the hell I'm saying. In this situation, forget about scoring high values. Just go after whatever you can. Like I don't want that. This is BS. You have to be kidding me. Okay. I definitely hate drag and drop. I'm not even gonna pretend I like this one. I've never enjoyed drag and drop. But while it's become easier, and I can understand how to play the event over time, it's still not fun. I mean, there's nothing fun about this at all. Like, you know, why would you start us off with 2 jewels and then make the AI just repeatedly attack you so much to the point where you can't even score anything? Like, that just makes no sense. Why you would have that as a game mechanic? Like, there's nothing fun about that. You know, like, people don't say, oh, well, I really want to play drag and drop so that I can get the crap kicked out of me and I don't score any points and just get frustrated for no reason. I mean, seriously. But you can just kind of tell what the AI is doing. You know, they're not really focusing on trying to keep the jewels away from each other. They're really focusing more on keeping the jewel away from you. Like if the AI characters have the jewels, then the other AI characters will just kind of say, okay, well, they already have the jewels. I'm not going to go after them. I'll go after the player 1. And that happens a lot more than in any other event. You know, gold relics, crystal, whatever. And so, you just have to be careful and pay attention to that. As I said in I guess it was the crystal, or the gold relic. Come on. See, like, what were you supposed to do there? Coco and Cortex were both on you, while Brio's just doing whatever, you know, just scoring points. Uncontested. I lost my train of thought. I can't focus on what I'm doing while I'm sitting here trying to do this. It's either focus on what I'm talking about or do this, and I would kind of much rather do this. Yeah, okay, I guess what I was saying was, I think I said this during the gold relic, but you either you can either attack a whole bunch of people or just score points. You know, like it doesn't matter. You know, of course, going after the 5s will help, but not if you can't score any points. So what you just want to do is, not only do you want to hang out in the back, try to keep people from scoring 5s, but also so that you can catch the jewels that, come on, that land over here. Of course, you don't want to wait around too long for that to happen. So Brio's a point up on me already. So I need to focus on Brio, make sure that he doesn't score anything. Are you kidding me? Where did he even score a point at? Alright, this will be my last attempt. See, like, if you can get the jewel immediately, you want to go ahead and start to score a point. In a situation like this, however, you want to go ahead and try to go after the 5, but if you're just getting surrounded, like in a situation like that, if you are aiming at the target, you would want to go ahead and just go after whatever you could. Like, see here, just score whatever. You know, don't worry about the 5. Just get whatever you can, and you know, it'll be a lot better in the long run. Of course, you don't want to focus all of your time on small points, because as you saw, Coco had 6, and I think I had 13, and then she just all of a sudden, you know, she gets a 5, and now it's really close again. And you want to try to aim as best as possible. It's of course, it's not an easy thing, and it does take practice over time to be able to learn how to, you know, aim, or, you know, turn around and then aim real fast. And as you saw, you know, I don't even make it every time. You just kind of have to, and you really can't wait for the target to come to you. You just kind of shoot look at the target, and then just hesitate for about a half a second, and kind of just shoot out in front of it, especially if it's moving. That'll make hitting it a lot easier. Maybe we won't get screwed over at the start. Sure I will, but you never know. There we go. Ah, come on. So in a situation like, and you really can't focus on any one particular person early on, you know, because everyone has the chance of scoring points. You know, I say Coco was the one that I was pointing to before I even started talking about that, is being up ahead. So you know, you may want to focus on Cortex or Coco more. But no, now it's Brio. So you want to just kind of keep an eye on everybody, keep fighting everyone, make sure that no one can score points until the blue jewel appears, and then, you know, just go at it. Of course, here's Brio again, scoring more points than I am. So you may want to focus a little bit more on him. You know, once the third jewel appears, you can afford to focus on him a little bit more. No one else really has the potential of bypassing us. Come on, really? Just scoring a whole bunch of 2s and 1s ain't gonna help me do anything. There you go, that helped. That helped as well. And now, okay, now if you don't want to worry about trying to score any points, just focus on knocking the jewel out of the guy who is the closest competitor to you. Of course, if that's everybody, you really can't afford to waste a whole lot of time on, you know, on getting rid of a whole lot of people, but it wouldn't hurt. Come on, that's 2 jewels in a row. Like I said, aiming for the 5s is definitely pretty hard. You know, you have to practice a lot to be able to turn around really quickly and just shoot off a jewel, you know, without really paying attention to where the target is. and like I said, it is very difficult. It's something that you just have to kind of get used to and learn over time. And as many rounds as I've played in this particular event, you know, I'm not the best in the world by far, but I'm definitely pretty good at it. Okay, like say here, no one's the clear victor. Everyone's pretty close to me. This case it would be Brio, but still, I wouldn't want to just roll over and keep attacking Brio. I want to try and score as many points as possible. Doing better. If you're more than 20 points ahead of some of the competition, there's no point in worrying about what they will do, because there's no way they can catch up, just because they won't. The AI is not built to continuously go after 5s and then hit them perfect every time. If you're under 10 seconds and you are 20 or more points ahead of the AI, don't worry about continuing to score points. You can just pretty much just sit there, and you will not have to worry about that. Now, of course, if they're lower, if they're lower than 20, I would say 19 on 19 and lower. I would definitely say you keep doing whatever you can to make sure that that you don't that you don't lose. You don't really have to score points per se, but you definitely want to you would definitely want to score. Well, if it's anything lower than 10, if it's 10 or lower, I would definitely say score points. If it's, say, like in the teens, you don't have to focus on points all that much. You can afford to just go after knocking the jewel out of whoever is your closest competitions. Try to knock the jewel out to make sure that they don't get a jewel. If it's a bunch of people, you definitely want to focus on getting jewels or getting points. Now you see here the gold mushroom is not the only key to victory. If you watch Brio and just watch what he's done throughout the entire round, just consistently going after points is actually a very good way to get out ahead and win. Of course, going after high value mushrooms helps. It's not a for sure thing though. But if you just watch what Brio did, that will kind of tell you. It kind of just shows you what you can do without having to go after the gold mushroom. Like, I did miss one, but Coco got it, so that's why it wasn't nearly as bad as it would have been if, say, Brio or Cortex got it. Again, trying to make the best use of the shockwave whenever you can. See if we can get down here. Make sure Coco doesn't get that. And then I was trying to follow it up with that 5. That would have made it 20. That would have definitely helped. But anyway, and now paying attention. Of course, this isn't like the other point-based events. You really can't do a whole lot to mess up the other competitors if they are scoring a whole bunch of points. The only thing you can do is just pay attention to the points, and that kind of tells you, okay, how much can I not, how much can I just mess around, or do I need to just continuously score points over and over? And that's BS. I had that mushroom. Okay, see, like there, I've been messing around a little bit, not really collecting mushrooms, and Brio is very close to me when I had a very good lead. Now Brio's ahead of me. And, well, not ahead of me, but close to me, and it can just disappear just like that, and you never want to stop. Of course, as I said, the mushrooms will thin out as you go along, and it will be harder and harder to get, and they almost seem like they will appear away from you. I'm not sure exactly, why, or if that's actually the case, but, while while it's early on, you have a whole bunch of mushrooms appear, but then as the clock runs down and time runs out, the mushrooms appear less frequently, and especially around you. And as I said, I'm not sure if that's an actual thing, or if or what that is. But anyway, and now you definitely don't want to rely on the golden mushroom to help you along. And I've said that before, time and again. Especially if you just pay attention to the first round. This round and the first round is kind of shaping up to be the same thing, which is not good. But it seems like Cortex and Brio is doing better. Of course, Coco's not that far behind, so you have to just pay attention. And I'm waiting for the golden mushroom to appear. Really, well, Coco can get it, and that's fine. Until it's not, of course. Until I regret letting her get the golden mushroom. Okay. And you want to be very accurate. You don't want to waste. You don't want to miss too many mushrooms. If you swing towards one, you miss, and then you move on. That's not a very good strategy. But clearly, as I said, you don't want to wait. You don't want to stop or slow down at all. But if you're 5 seconds and under, and you have a 20-point lead, don't worry about it. You can just stop trying past that point. I would say 10 seconds. You would want to watch, but you don't have to actively go after mushrooms like you would if you were in I guess like K-Kaboom, and I'll point out K-Kaboom once I get to it. But that game you don't want to stop at all. So as hard as the other, Jungle Fox was, this is going to be nearly impossible, just because you don't have anything to hide in. You're out in the open. You're subject to what Rillaru's doing to just rapid fire assaults. There's nowhere you can hide. Nothing you can do to protect against it. The only thing you have is the mines, and even then, that's not a for sure thing. That's not going to protect you. That's not going to hide you in a situation like that. And because their bullets do reach a good ways, like you can see how far Rillaru's reaches. We already know how far Kong's and Tiny's reaches. So you just, what you have to do is just either continuously run, continuously use your shield to drop off a mine here or there. Don't really focus on... Oh, crap. Don't focus on the AI, just try your best to stay away from them, if at all possible. Run out here, drop a landmine every now and again, but don't put yourself in a bad position over it. You don't want to potentially kill yourself just to drop a mine, or do a whole lot of damage, because as you already know, there is no way to heal yourself. Oh crap! In this, so you do have to be very careful. So we'll go ahead and start. Well, we would start going on Tiny, but no, we can't. Or no, we won't. Hopefully they will focus on each other a little bit more instead of me. Seems like if you run into them, that really ticks them off, and they will focus on you a little bit more. Now, in a situation like this, stay away from Tiny. Don't get up close to him, because that's his one. That's his strong point, being able to get close to you. If you can stay away from him and let his bullet go, if you're outside of his range, that's actually a better thing to do than focus solely on trying to fight him head on. That the same thing applies with both Dingo and Rillaru. You don't want to fight them head on. You want to you know, go long range if at all possible. Pretty much everyone's pretty much damaged the same. Really no reason for me to potentially waste, you know, kill myself for no reason by dropping a landmine. But they're both almost dead, and I can't hit them for crap. That's what ticks me off more than anything. You know, I'm here. You know, I have it. Rillaru should, in theory, be dead. You know, and yet I can't get close enough because my bullet moves so slow. I can't. Come on! That was bull. I had it. That is bull. I mean, that is just pure BS. But that's one of the strengths of Rillaru Dingo. You know, you can do that. You can just continuously where everyone else's bullets, you have to hesitate a second. And why does Tiny keep hitting my damn mines? Just fuck off. Huh, huh. Well, I did have to use my shield first. And if you have to use your shield first, you're usually not going to win in that fight. Now, if you can get into a period like this where you can just continuously attack them over and over, that's definitely a lot better than... come on, get off of it, this damn ship. Golly, really? God, really? Fuck off. Oh, really? Alright, last try. I'm getting way too frustrated with this to have to still do Keg Kaboom and Dante's Dash. Are you kidding me? One of the bad things about the landmines is you can't control where it's going to go. Like, you can't tell it who to blow up or who to hit or whatever like that, or, you know, stuff like that. You have to get away from me. You have to just lay it down and hope somebody runs into it, like what Tiny did there, and then hope someone that can just continuously shoot. That was bad. Alright, but like I said, this will be my last attempt. If I fail this, then I'm going to go ahead and just quit. Hopefully, like I said, as I've said, focus on Rillaru first, take him out, and things get significantly easier, of course, in a situation like this, where you're kind of pinned up against the edge, and there's nothing you can do. Taking out whoever you want to isn't going to really help. Okay, so that's Cortex down. As I've said, focus on Tiny's weakness, but he's kind of sitting in the middle of the arena, and there's not a whole lot you can do, to be honest. Kind of have to hope he runs into the... Come on. Oh, come on. He was right there. Nope, get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Run into the landmine. How many times has he hit it now? Or almost hit it. Or should have hit it. definitely want to save Cortex for last. That's just a very good rule. I shot myself. That's kind of the way that stuff goes, though. Definitely underpowered with Crash. That's just one of the bad things about being Crash. I'm definitely not looking forward to Keg Kaboom. But anyway, so with this one, you never want to rest. You always have to be going after points. Like, there is never a period when you can just stop going after points and say, okay, well, I'll be fine at this set amount of, you know, this set number or whatever. You always have to be going after points. You can, like I said, you never can stop. You can never rest. As I've said before, stay away from other people. You know, you don't want to follow somebody around for no reason. Like I seem to be doing anyway. That's because barrels really aren't appearing around me, and you have to run after wherever the barrels are. I didn't notice that gold one up there. That stinks. Let's see if this will help. Not really, because Coco's so far ahead. I don't even think that would help. I need to get a big bunch of barrels like she's getting into, and I can't find that. Yeah, there's no way. But you can see there, 436. She's the one that consistently gets 436 or over 400 usually in the Sapphire Relics, and so you have to be very, very. You have to keep going after barrels. Like I said, you can never stop. Of course, there's not a whole lot you can do when there's no barrels around, or the game cheats by giving the AI characters the barrels when clearly you were there first. There's nothing you can do again. There's nothing you can do about that. Just do the best you can. You know, go after all the barrels you can. Don't waste too much time. Don't spend a whole lot of time running. Try not to let your fuse run out. If it does, you know, try to go after a big bunch of barrels quickly so that you can try to get your score back. And just hope some of the characters have bad times, like, you know, what Cortex and Coco's doing. Definitely go after the shockwaves. That's not a bad thing to do. You know, you saw it helped me catch a couple of golds last round, so that's definitely something you can do. And even in a big group of barrels, even if it's just to keep the other AI characters from getting the barrels, you know, it's just something that helps, something that works. Like in a situation like this, you know, well, of course, Coco beat me to it, but you know, you can kind of tell what I was trying to go for there. But we saw how last round I got beat very easily. And it sometimes will depend on just how those little fire guys will get to you. You know, if they can get right up close to you and you can be the first one to light your fuse, that is obviously going to help you out a lot more, or, you know, that will help you out in the long run. But if you can't get to that, and you have to wait or hesitate for a few seconds, you know, right as the clock starts, well, then you're going to have a lot of trouble. Maybe that wasn't the right time to lay it off. I should have done it over there where that big, massive amount Brio was getting. That would have definitely helped. But anyway, so as I said before, the gold barrels here are utterly useless. I mean, they don't help you out at all. They don't do you any good. You just a big group of regular barrels is worth a lot more than gold barrel is by far. Of course, they do help a little bit, but they're not. You know, you can't just hang your hopes on getting the gold barrels. It's kind of like with in Mallet Mash. You know, the gold mushrooms. You can't just wait around for the gold mushroom all the time. You have to go after the other points as well. You have got to be kidding me. I'll try one more time. And I am going after barrels that are farther away that really I shouldn't be going after. Oh, come on, I had that one. But, you know, I mean, you kind of have to do it. You can see here, I'm sitting here following Coco around, and she's getting all the barrels, and I can't get any points, so you have to just go after the farther away barrels that, you know, it takes time to get to them, but in the long run, it's going to help you, because it's better than just chasing after people getting no points. I better got that. Yeah, I was gonna say I better get that gold one, because that one is mine. Definitely frustrating. You see the barrels do kind of thin out as well, like the mushrooms will. Of course, not quite as much as the mushrooms do at the end, but you know, they still do thin out, and they see. It seems like the entire time they always try to appear away from you for whatever reason. So, oh crap! Really? Oh wow, that hurt. And Brio immediately starts getting points and crap. Yeah, that hurt. I thought I laid it down right as he came by. Well, in this situation, a gold barrel will definitely help. It'll help me boost back up and get back to where I kind of need to be, points-wise. But Cortex, you know, you just, like I said, you watch for people, or if you can watch the other people's points, you know, Cortex kind of started out like me, slow, and now he's immediately going for, you know, fighting me. And Brio started out fast, you know, was getting points a lot more regularly. Crap, really? And now, you know, he's falling behind. In a situation like that, you know, that's about the only thing you can do. Just go ahead and use it and try to steal some points. Try to keep some barrels away from other people. You know, every little bit helps by far, especially if you're trying to, you know, if you can keep them away from people that are able to fight you, like Cortex or Coco. Maybe you won't screw up this time. At least I hope not. There we go. Now, a long line of barrels like this, definitely good just to start. You know, if you can get into that early on, that will definitely help. But then the barrels don't appear, and everyone else keeps getting them, and there's nothing you can do about that, of course. As I said, I should have got that one, and I did. But now I'm not able to get any barrels because everyone keeps stealing them. Yeah, this is a really fun game. Of course. And of course, Coco's gonna be. This has happened to me. I don't know how countless times. Just, you know, I win 2 rounds in a row, and then Coco just comes back to win by a huge amount. I think I've had her hit 200 before, or 500 before. I'm almost certain she has done that before. Oh, come on. Damn it. That sucks. I don't... Just give me a moment. Alright, sorry about the cut. Anyway, so I'm going into Dante's Dash now. And tried to do this one. Like I said, you know, not doing so well with everything. I know this one's gonna be difficult. And I'm gonna give this three tries. You know, just to start. If I don't win any, I'm just gonna give it 3 tries and hope I can do something. If I can't, of course, you know, then that is what it is. But anyway, come on. I really hate that little, I guess, rock formation there. Just a little ways past the start-finish line. That definitely does stink, and you can get caught on it a lot easier than you may think you can. Yeah, this one's definitely a very hard. This level in general is hard. Like even the gold relic, I have had trouble with the gold relic before. Like I have a save file that with where I was doing this with Tiny, and I had trouble getting the Dante's Dash gold relic. But, I'm glad I at least got the gold relic. But that's why, you know, like I said, I thought I'd gotten out ahead of everybody. Thought I was just fine, and then Dingo and Kong turns out to be the ones to give it, you know, that bypasses me and gives me the most trouble. But anyway. See, Rillaru's the only one who's giving me trouble, and he just fell off, so if I can hurry up, but you don't want to boost too much, because you don't want to waste the boost and end up falling off and hurting myself like Rillaru just did, but, Dingo's catching up to me, but I'm okay for now. Let's see. Alright, now you just boost. You just get to the end and try to boost and do whatever you can to win. And hope nobody loses a lot. Like this level and this dash event and splash dash is the 2 levels that the AI characters will gain a lap on you at the start the most. Oh, pretty much write this one off. I do wish I had a restart button in the pause menu. That would definitely be something that would be useful. You know, if you like this, just write it off. You know, Kong's too far ahead, Rillaru's too far ahead, especially now. Rillaru's 3 laps on me, Kong's 3 laps on me. There's no way I can win. So, you know, just go ahead and write. Just give me the ability to restart, and so I can start back over again. You know, when I already lose instead of having to make me sit here through all this. Alright, this will be my last attempt, no matter what. Let's see. Get out ahead, of course. Now, I shouldn't have got out ahead, but I was kind of hoping I could get some Wumpa Fruit and boost ahead of both Rillaru and Dingo. Dingo's really the only one that has the ability to pass me. Oh crap, no. Damn. Oh, of course. Alright. I have to be careful because I should just go ahead and boost and get around Dingo, but I don't want to boost too much and then end up messing myself up. Like, see, okay, and now I can easily swing out wide and do what I have to do to get around. That's why you want to kind of conserve your boost. You want to use it all up, but you don't want to waste it. If you mess around and end up losing, and you had a whole bunch of boosts, and there's a point during the race where you could have boosted to get past somebody, you don't want to do that, obviously. So Kong's the only one, and I'm out ahead of him. So, oh crap. Yeah, see, like that. I thought I could get out ahead of Kong, but I guess he got some Wumperfruit, or had some Wumperfruit in reserve, and was able to get out ahead of me. So now, Rillaru's going to be the one to... Yeah, pretty much write this one off as well. And you can see why it's so hard to get the gold relic. Yeah, there's no way I can... He's a lap and a half ahead of me, unless he... Alright. Alright, well, that stinks, but, what can you do? Anyway, so, we only got 2 in this warp room, wow. But anyway, so, thank you for watching. The challenge of the video is how many times did I swing my mallet during all the rounds of Mallet Mash? Thank you for watching. Next video, part 18, will be the wrap-up video where I'll talk about all of the trivia and just different things, the lesser-known facts about the game. And I'm done with the relics, the Sapphire Relics, thankfully, finally. Of course, I didn't get as many, but I did get 15, so that's not too bad, I don't guess. And I did get some on some pretty hard levels, so I'm happy. But anyway, so again, thanks for watching. Until next time.